J Beatz, grime producer slash DJ slash fashion icon. I'm joking. And yeah, I've produced Big H, Life and Death, Frisco, Pastor Mike. I've done work with Devlin. I've got a tune on the Ministry of Sound dubstep compilation. Listen to a Rinse FM set and you should hear a rhythm from me, and you should know me already really, but if you don't know, get to know it.
So what's J Beatz' position in the game at the moment? There's a lot of producers popping off.
My position in the game, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. I don't know, I just do me. I just make my tunes, send them out to DJs, send them out to MCs, and do me. I don't really watch how known I am. I don't really want to know, because that might get me gassed. Because I see other producers on Twitter and everything get gassed. I wouldn't be one of them guys. So I just get on with the work, man. Get me?
You mentioned Twitter, man. Like a producer like yourself, how does that work for you? How productive is Twitter for you?
Twitter is good because the whole world's on Twitter. So your favourite MC, if you follow your favourite MC, get at him, and you might get lucky, you might get a reply, you might get an email address. I just look at it as a way to kind of show people my personality, my views and thoughts, and my way to network. I don't really use it to entertain myself on board. Like every tweet that I do, there's a reason behind it. It's not just gas. So follow me as well, J Beatz Music, VZ.
So the current new wave of MCs, you got like Screwfizzer, you got Maxstar, you got Rival, you got Cozzy, MIK. What's your take on the new wave MCs?
I think it was just a matter of time, man. I know MIK, Murky Ace, put in a lot of work over the years with the radio and promos. Rival did a lot. It was on every YouTube channel you think about. Mobbed sets, Screwfizzer. He was on the right tunes and everything. Worked with the right people, and yeah, man, put in the work, and it's only right that you reap the benefits. You know what I mean? They're all sick, and I'm looking to do the work with all of them still, and I've worked with most of them as well. Can't forget my Rival's mixtape, MIK's all of his mixtapes and everything, and yeah, man, they're doing this thing.
So you're part of the new wave yourself, you know, part of the new crop of producers coming through. How do you think like these new wave MCs compared to like the more classic MCs, like your Bizzles, your Wileys, your Kanos, your Dizzies? Do you see any of them making the same impact?
Possibly. I don't know, it's a bit early to tell, because they kind of rose to prominence as they got their name out in 2010. Now 2011 is a time for them to show what they've got, really, like singles, like big CDs, and I think you can see their grime. You don't really, you know, with certain MCs you could always tell they're gonna drift off and do something else. With them, you know their grime. Look at Rival, MIK, Screwfizzer, you know their grime, so you know they're gonna stick to the roots. Hopefully, anyway. Some people sold out. I didn't know there was. Hopefully, don't disappoint me, please. Just stay grime, please.
So do you have a big problem with MCs that come from the grime scene jumping out and making other types of music, whether they make like hip hop?
Not necessarily, as long as you remember your roots and stay true to yourself. Like a perfect example of this is Tiny Temper. Like okay, cool, he doesn't do grime anymore, but I understand why, because he did grime songs, and to be honest, like a lot of people, like the man them didn't really embrace him as Tiny Temper goes in until Pass Out, and you get me, and no one really embraced him in the grime scene. So I understand why he might have thought, forget it. But he's always been doing different things. If you look at Hood Economics, there was like dance, pop, hip hop, grime, everything. And he stayed true to himself, went into the commercial world, sold a bag of units, sold out tours, and I respect that. But if you're a grime MC that do a lot of grime and you run off and do a bunch of commercial stuff and you don't come back, no respect for you, mate. No respect for you, because there's no longevity. Because in the commercial world, a lot of them buy singles. Very few actually follow you after the single and buy the albums. A perfect example, Agro Santos. His album went 155 in the album charts. That's appalling. And his singles, I think he had Candy went number 5. He had one tune called Like You Like, number 6, and another song in the top 20. So 3 top 20 songs, 155 album. That is absolutely dead. Because don't follow you after that. But look at Skepta though. He's had he ain't had a top 10, but he's had top 20s. I think he had Rescue Me top 20, Cross My Heart 30 somewhere, Bad Boys in the 20 somewhere. And his album went 19, and a lot of his tours sold out because he stayed true to his roots, and he's actually tried to ease the commercial world into the grime sound. So if you look at Bad Boy, that was 140 BPM. Get me? So they're used to the flow. Rescue Me, bit more darker, still commercial, but still used to the flow and easing them in. Cross My Heart was just grime with a singer and a flashy video. Hello Good Morning remix, grime. Album chart 19. I'm happy with that. I fully embrace that. So it just depends on your intentions, man. If you plan to go to the commercial world and you want to show the world grime, love that. Love that. All for it, man. All for it. But if you want to do pop to get a quick buck, go suck a dick, man. I swear down, it's that simple. That simple. No respect.
One thing that was, you know what I mean, a lot of people was talking about recently, the blogs or Twitter online, was the MTV Best MC list of 2010.
The panel.
You know what I mean, the panel, who's on the panel, blah blah blah. Number 1, Tiny Temper. Number 2, Dizzy. You know, there was a lot of debate about MCs that should be in it, MCs that shouldn't be in it. What's J Beatz' take?
I don't think Low Key should have been with Chip, and I think the list is quite accurate, to be honest, because it's kind of like the UK version of the MTV top. I think like if you look at the US, they got like their own list, top 10 rapper list. I don't know, hottest rapper list or something. It's that list that Eminem didn't make it on a few years ago, and everyone just got a bit excited, and that's like what the UK version is based on. And they look at who rose of prominence, who like dominated the year with big songs, album and stuff like that. And if you look at the UK list, it's quite accurate, to be honest. Like, a lot of people said Wretch should have been on there, but in 2010 he didn't have any songs, just 3 download mixtapes. And he is one of the best MCs, but he didn't deserve to be on there. And Getz should have been in there somewhere, definitely in the top 10. I think it was a big part he missed out on the top 10. But I understand why they were not considering, because in 2010 he only had 1 mixtape and a few videos. He didn't necessarily increase in fan base or rise to prominence, have a big song, just like a really good mixtape. I think it's quite accurate. And Tiny Tempo, you know, hats off to him. He deserved that shit. I mean, he's over like 100,000, no, like 1 million singles or something crazy like that. Sold out tours. He's in America charting, WrestleMania theme. What can you really say? So, yeah, definitely accurate, man. Definitely.